Global sales of electric vehicles, or EVs, are picking up speed. Nearly 800,000 units were sold globally this year as of September, a 46% increase over the same period last year, with most major automotive brands now manufacturing EVs. And almost half of those cars were sold in China alone. In this, Germany's Hubject has found tremendous untapped potential in the way these cars are charged.
And we just had the tipping point where China became, in terms of EV sales numbers, the most interesting market of the world, right? So for us, it was a big question. Is the charging infrastructure landscape different to what we know from Europe? And our result was actually, no, it's completely the same.
Hubject has brought together many charging station operators to simplify how and where users can charge their cars. In Germany alone, there are well over 200 individual charging businesses, and roughly 80% of those have been connected through Hubject's Intercharge program.
What we are doing is connecting the IT systems to a unified charging infrastructure so that it's not important anymore how this charging station looks and who's behind the charging infrastructure. It's just important that it's connected, and this is what you see here with the Intercharge sign. And so, you know, like with Visa or MasterCard, that you're good to go, and it's not important anymore where the energy comes from.
According to some research, electric cars over their life cycle generate about half the emissions of comparable gasoline cars, and that's accounting for their relatively high manufacturing emissions. Not to mention, more and more charging stations are themselves being powered by green energy.
Prior to Hubject, you would have needed hundreds of charging cards to get yourself across the country, let alone to a neighboring country. Now, buying an electric vehicle has become all that more convenient.
We have to aggregate those different vendors, like those different operators, to one united infrastructure, a digital infrastructure which is accessible with only one charging card, one smartphone application, or one application inside the car, right?
Other market improvements, such as ultra-fast and even wireless charging stations, are in production across Europe. Retail prices for EVs are also dropping, pushing analysts to predict an even sharper sales curve in the years to come.
It's not really about why, it's more about when and how for us, because China is such a large market. What is also important is the support of government. And due to new rules, new regulations of the Chinese government, which we believe are just the beginning, we are convinced of a steady growing electric vehicle market in China in general.
China, too, is working to become a market leader in clean energy vehicles and is looking to Germany for their research and development. Natalie Carney, CGTN, in Berlin, Germany.